What's up, Giant American Bully Group? We are live, doing a little something extra for this. Looks like it's going to be for a series on Fridays. We will be discussing marketing and promotions, which is something that we are all doing. Have on a special guest, Robert McCormick, who does a lot with marketing and promotions, especially in the exotic world. He has a great understanding of it. Especially when it comes to, the internet and social media and how all that works. And he just dropped out again. Let's see here. Papa Joe, what's up, man? Thanks for joining in. Edwin, thanks for joining in. Where'd you go, Rob? Jump back on. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and we are going to have this topic. And hopefully Andre Smith, BGK, Big Gemini Kennels will also be able to jump in. And oh, there we go. Man, you back, bruh?
Yeah, my bad.
So we're gonna go ahead and get this started. Let me just try to get this pinned to the top of the group. We are live right now on Facebook, also in KTK Bullies, and on Giant XL American Bully Breed group. We are also on YouTube at Thrower and Family Bullies. So definitely check us out at all those spots. But we're gonna get started, and we are going to talk about marketing. One of the funny things when I'm trying to find the live in the group. There we go, so I can pin it to the top. All right, here we go. Give me a second. I'm a little slow with all this stuff, y'all. So bear with me.
Well, for everybody that's watching it from the KTK Elite page, y'all make sure y'all share it out, because a lot of people have been wanting me to talk about marketing, and Daryl put together this great idea to do a whole series starting from beginning to end. So y'all make sure y'all share it out. And if you guys are on the YouTube, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Exactly. Definitely make sure you subscribe to that. So what was funny is when I actually brought this up to the group, there were a few people that had an issue with it, and said that this is marketing shouldn't be a factor in these dogs. It's supposed to be about bettering the breed. This just ruins dogs and promotes bad breeding, blah 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 blah. The way I look at it, I'm a person, I don't really understand. Not that I don't understand marketing, promotions, and things like that, but it's not something I'm into. I don't take a lot of pictures. I don't put our dogs out there a lot. You and I had the conversation before where you was like, yeah, the group is big, but you was like, you just basically been being honest and getting lucky. You know what I mean? And that's the truth. A lot of people think that I do know something about it, but I really don't. Okay, cool. And Andre is in here.
What up, bro?
What's up, Dre?
What's going on, Andre?
Hey, what's good, brother?
Hey, so, now you got the marketing man on here. Shit, I got questions too.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But Andre, you may have seen it when I first presented doing the series earlier this week. A lot of people looked at it as a negative thing, like it's going to ruin the dog, ruin the breed.
You got
in the group, on my inbox, I got a lot of it, but I just look at it as it's something that I don't know anything about. I see people who don't know anything about dogs, but know a whole lot about marketing and know a lot about marketing and promotions. And those same people that complain, because now I'm gonna make sure I watch you. And within 24 hours, they was already posting their dogs. You know what I mean? So
that's marketing. Anytime you post a picture, you market it. And if you're on social media, you marketing. You're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, a dog show. You take your dog to the damn park if it's worthwhile. If your dog is anything good, you market it. You might be consciously doing it, but you market it.
Dre hit a good point on that, because literally he just took the words out of my mouth when it came to the dog show thing, because I was going to hit that dog show thing. What are you taking your dog to the show for? If you're not marketing it or promoting it, what are you taking it to the show for? Mm-hmm, I want to win some ribbon. I want to win some ribbons. Why? If you're doing this for the breed, the dog don't care about no damn trophy.
Mm-mm.
Now don't get me wrong. I don't want anybody to take this like I'm saying, like I'm against shows. I'm not against shows. I'm just saying shows are for a reason. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? And that's all I'm saying. And that reason is promotion of something.
It's not bad. There's good marketing. There's bad marketing. Now, and I don't let me over talk. If there's anything you want to say, brother, I want to feel like I'm cutting you off. So if you got something to say,
Oh
just
shit!
say it. Yeah.
When Daryl told me you was coming on, I'm like, man, I'm finna be quiet. I'm finna listen.
No,
I'm
it's all
finna...
good all the way around. There's good marketing, there's bad marketing. Now, I was around when the bully breed wasn't really marketed. When I first came around, the first marketing I ever seen was ICK, right? The first puppy I ever seen that was an American bully was Disciple. The very first puppy. When I see him, he still had his ears taped. You know what I mean? So I didn't fully understand the breed. I just knew I really wanted to get involved, and I wanted really big pit bulls. I didn't understand that this was completely different breed. That was the American bully. And when I went there and I seen him, he started telling me different things, and I don't want to get off track, but he was telling me I want to use a dog and things like that. And I was like, oh, yeah, he looked cool. But Disciple wasn't an impressive puppy. You know, he really wasn't. Now, as he developed, he became my favorite. But as a puppy, he didn't impress me. But I watched Roman real closely, and he was the first person I seen heavily marketing his dogs. He had a website. Social media wasn't heavy, but he was on the Yuku boards. He developed his own board. He was on the Real Housewives of Orange County. That was before they had the ones of Atlanta and all that. He was on the front page of the OC Register because he lived in Orange County. He's on the front page of that. You know what I mean? He hired me. He gave me like $2,000-3,000 to make a song to put on the front of his site. You know what I mean? So he was a forward thinker in that matter. Like, and I started watching him, and I watched Roman make. Now this is gonna make some people mad when I say this, but I watched Roman make a good 30-40,000 in one weekend. And for me, with my background at that point, the only place I seen somebody make that kind of money from where I was coming from at that point was
right, exactly.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I mean,
so he caught my attention with that. I'm like, really, like okay. And I started seeing how marketing and money work hand in hand. But what we're doing is nothing different than any other business out there. And I hate to say it, but if you spend the money, you're putting in time and effort, you're doing it consistently, and you're investing, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to turn a profit. Now, there's a balance between just marketing some bullshit, lying to people, and not doing it the right way, misrepresenting the breed, than actually going out there and putting the breed in a positive light. Like, I caught a lot of flack for one of my biggest marketing moves was taking Rock and marketing him as a service dog. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get some flack for it. He really wasn't a fucking service dog. Y'all could judge me on that. All right? I'm going to put it out there. I never put it out there. I was putting it out there because I wanted people to see the breed and how the breed can interact with different people without attacking them, without dominating them. I was breaking two stereotypes at the same time: black male and a big ass pit, as far as they was concerned. Obviously,
all right. So that's two things. All right, I'm sorry, but that's two things I'm finna jack. So now I'm finna have the world's smallest pit bull. That's gonna be a service dog. That's gonna be a service dog. Noted. No.
But Andre, when you say like that with the Rock, because that is marketing, and I think people miss out on the fact that that's how messages get spread, bad and good. When you say you were coming out there with the Rock, how long ago would you say that was about when you first started doing that with him?
It was so long ago, man. The first time I put the Rock on film, maybe 2012 is when I first put him on film.
Okay.
And I say film because I'm old school, but now I'm talking about as far as taping them. Like, I wasn't even taking it seriously. I just took him in the middle of the street in front of my house, and I threw a ball up the fucking street, and I taped it. And it got like 2 million views within like 2 months. And I was like, oh shit. Like, okay, all right, I should take this more seriously. I'm on to something. I started getting hit up from everywhere. You know what I mean? So now, one thing I do want to clarify, from my bloodline now, there's been real service dogs, real trained service dogs, therapy dogs, service dogs.
Oh, exactly.
That became a real thing. But initially, it wasn't real. Initially, it was me trying to put the word out there, and it worked. World Star took the video, reposted it as Animal Clip of the Week. I ain't pay for that shit. They just caught wind of something that was popping online. And you
didn't pay the little $500 to World Star.
Well, nah, but see that was what World Star was. World Star went around finding shit. That's how it built. So if your content was good enough, they were gonna take it and put it up there anyway. People who and other people just paid. Now, I just want to state one thing too. About the marketing messing up the breed. Marketing is not messing up the breed. The people who are not marketing is messing up the breed. You feel me? Because if you are tired of seeing, when you talk to these people who say marketing is messing up the breed, these are the people who take crappy cell phone pictures, who don't like to post their dogs. They want to show their dogs live all the time, but there's no professionalism behind nothing else. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with cell phone pictures because you can use those just for your everyday posts if you want to, but there still should be some type of professionalism behind what you're doing. Now,
Okay,
when you
but
have
let me say this. Some of them, just to play devil's advocate, because I know exactly what they're saying. They're gonna say, but it's messed up dogs getting promoted, marketed.
but
Well,
that's
then
what I was
promote
saying.
your dog. If your dog is the shit, get on there, let everybody know, give your dog a platform. You can't be the world's best kept secret. You know what I mean? There's a better basketball player than Jordan and Kobe somewhere, but he ain't in the spotlight. You know what I mean? He has to put himself in a position to be seen. And the people that do that don't realize this actually work. Like a marketing genius, in my opinion, is Bossy. Like Bossy gets on me. Me and Kat have a good relationship. I have a lot of respect for her. Some people like her, some people don't. I mean, that's everybody, right? But at the end of the day, I have a lot of respect for her because I watched her level up. I watched her level up, and I watched how she did it. And you won't find her on these fucking boards. She ain't gonna jump on your fucking live because she don't want to interact and do the back and forth with people that, like, a lot of people will interact with you just to be able to say, I told Dre BGK, fuck you. I told him his dogs wasn't shit. To them, that's like, okay, I just did something. You know what I mean? Like, now y'all see me, like, I'm up here. So that interaction for them levels them up as far as if they interact, engage, like, okay, Ja Rule on 50. If 50 never got Ja Rule to give him that attention, he couldn't sideswipe him. He needed him to do that interaction so he can say, okay, now you singing ass nigga, and start doing everything that he was doing. Then he started doing exactly what y'all was doing. How many questions? I mean,
well, see, that's why I start. That's why I started falling back because I started realizing, when I was engaging with people, I'll pick up. I'm dialing the number. I ain't finna do it on Facebook. And next thing you know, it's, oh my God, Robert called me. Robert called me. He called my phone. Like, motherfucker. I'm sorry. Let me excuse my language because I'm using this too.
Excuse mine too.
But
I slipped a little bit.
It's all good.
but I'm not special. You feel me? I'm just like everybody else.
Fact.
Right.
Same here.
That's the truth.
Same here. But I get what you're saying. So I think people need to look at marketing as out there. If you got a quality program, you got a quality setup, you just spent money and time in, you picking up the same amount of dog shit as everybody else every single day. You paying for the same amount of dog food that everybody else is every single day, showing your dog love, time, incurring vet bills and various other expenses, then why would you not want the world to see what you're doing if you're of that caliber and cut from that cloth? There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, and that's another thing. Like, I tried to explain to people, Dre and Daryl, that listen, if all of you guys if you guys are saying all the bullshit dogs are what's being marketed and promoted to the community, if all of you guys that have good dogs get together and start promoting your dogs and marketing your dogs, more people will breed to them and more people will buy puppies from you. Now you'll be able to flood the game with better dogs.
Yeah.
You feel me? I mean, now you can flood the game with better dogs.
And people are going to get mad when I say this, but I want them to really think about it. Because I've done a couple dog shows, but not a lot of dog shows. A lot of people like Dre don't interact with a lot of breeders. And I'll be honest with you, most of my friends are entrepreneurs that are above my level. I try to circle myself with people that have leveled up. So when I talk to them, I can learn something. I can level up from that conversation. Our casual conversation has bars in it that I can gain and reap the benefits from, right? So a lot of people will ask me why I don't go to the dog shows. And Kat and I discussed this on my podcast when we did that as well. And she said the same thing. So I know it's not just me. She said exactly what I was thinking. That's this. All right, you go to the dog show, right? And you have quality dogs. There's going to be pluses and minuses, right? You're going to have a few people at the show that's like, man, that dog is raw. Like, I seen him in person. I put hands on him. So the next time you say your stats online, people can say, okay, he ain't bullshitting. I've seen that dog.
Right.
Crazy front end. Yeah, good stifles, good top line. Whatever they liked about your dog, they're going to bring it up. There's going to be people trying to catch, bad angles of a famous dog so they could say, I was at the show, he wasn't shit. My dog better. I got the same blood.
There you go.
And they can kind of piggyback and get in the door. But for the dude that's marketing on YouTube, IG, FB, and you only going to the shows, he going to fuck you over. Like, there's not going to be a close competition. Because for every time somebody seen you at the dog show, he got about that many views in a half hour, at least. And that's all potential buyers. And now you in a club full of dicks. Like, all right, I shouldn't say it that way. You in a club with one chick. Somebody gonna hit, right? But the odds is not the best. But if you're out there in other places, You know, it's like a room full of chicks and you gonna hit something. It's just who. You feel
Well,
me?
hey, you
Right.
could now you could even take it to the one chick thing. If we are in a group and it's 100 of us and it's one chick, but I'm the only one that's getting millions of views online, guess who gonna hit? You feel me?
Exactly.
Hands
Right.
down.
Right.
You
And
feel me?
and
Eh,
and, and that's what it is though. That is you're getting out there to the eye. You're getting out there to people's attention. And but regardless of how you look at it, that is what we are doing every time we make a post to a bunch of strangers beyond our family members and coworkers and
Right.
friends and things like
Well,
that.
see,
So
my
I agree.
my goal has always been build your online following before for your dog first before you go to a show. You feel me?
Definitely.
That's number one. Number two, let's look at the finances of a show. You feel me? If I go to a show that's at least an hour away from me, we're talking booth fee, food. I drink, my chick drink a little bit. She likes to eat. So even for me to go to a show that's close to home is an easy $700. Okay,
There you
easy
go.
$700. Now, if I location target that show, because people can't do anything without their phones anyway. So if I jump into ads and location target that show, now I just spent $30 to target everybody at this show several times versus $700 to go somewhere where nobody knows my dog anyway.
That's smart.
Mm,
You know, so to me, it works better. So I'm still at the show because even when you go to a show, bruh, 90% of people are on their phones anyway. There's only so many times you can walk around this show and see the same dogs.
Mm-hmm.
right. 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 Luke, thanks for
You feel,
joining in. DeAndre, thanks for joining in. And Ryan also, thanks for joining in. But yeah, go
but
ahead.
I but I'm gonna say that location targeting thing for the day for actual marketing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right,
Today
right.
what
Yeah. That's smart though. That's smart. That's
Well, no,
smart. And
but you know what? Today's gonna be about, pictures, videos. I think most people have, if you've seen my pics, we all don't know nothing about taking pics. When the same thing with the videos and how to get that clarity that, you see in some and not in others. And there's some people in this game that not only do I respect their dogs, I see like even Andre, you and I spoke earlier about Brett Porras. You know what I mean? I,
Brett, Katie,
yeah, you
and
named a few of them.
the best photographers right now, in my opinion, are females for whatever
There you
reason.
go.
You know what I mean? I don't know why they got it on lock though. Like if you look at Brett's photos, like you said, she don't do the stack shots. She does action shots, quality,
Yeah,
clarity, everything is A1. Like you don't even notice the background because she makes the images pop. Same with
there
Katie
you go.
Red. Katie's a beast. Like if you look at her pictures, A1 quality, almost every shot. She takes a lot of effort in her poses. She had the dogs doing different poses. I'm like, how the hell? You know what I mean? Like you could tell,
Right.
like she puts time and care and energy into those photos, and it's going to translate into follows, likes, and potential clients. And people don't think about that aspect of it. And then
Mm,
the same with Bossy. If you look at the quality of I could see a picture and know that Bossy took that picture just from the style and the quality, and especially the dog. Like between those three things, I'll know she took that picture, or somebody from her camp took that picture that's been following
right.
her lead. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you want to know something,
Right.
and that's why I don't tag my pictures at all. I want people to know me for my style. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Not for my name being on something. Because we're artists. When you pick up that camera, we're artists. You feel me? And for me, I look at true artists in the world. And yeah, they tag their pictures, but when you see a certain picture, you can almost know if you're into art who did this.
I only
That kind
do
of
it
reminds me.
because
That reminds me
go ahead.
kind of of Brett. That kind of reminds me of Brett. When I see a picture, it don't even have to be her dog. She didn't even take the picture. The person don't even know Brett. But I'd be like, is this Brett's dog? Then I look at, you know what I mean? But it's the
Right.
picture. It's the, you know what I mean? So I definitely get that. I definitely get that.
I'm gonna circle back to watermarking because of today's market, the way everything is, like from IG, TikTok, FB,
Right.
which we on right now. If you don't watermark, I used to not watermark, and I started to, and I would say my followers double because people will take
Mm,
your pictures and repost. Fan pages take your pictures, repost, and people don't know where they came from. Half of them say, uh, "If you know who this is, tag them so we can give them credit. Tag for photo credit." You'll see a
Okay,
lot of
gotcha.
that. So without that, you don't get them circle backs, them double ups. You know what I mean? You took that quality photo
ah,
that people were cross
Yeah, I feel that.
marketing and they're not circling back on it. And the other edge is the scammers will take your pictures and say they got your dog for sale. This dog is from my camp and it's not watermarked. Now, if they're a true scammer, they're gonna go ahead and crop your shit out anyway, or they're
But
gonna put a
hey,
watermark over your watermark.
or with Photoshop, you ain't even got to do that, man. There's just too many tools that take 2 seconds to whoop, it's gone. You feel
That
me?
quick, that quick.
See, that's crazy. That's
It's
crazy.
quick.
So let me ask you this, because this is my wife was laughing at me the other day because I took a picture of Cardi. I was like, okay, this is a dope picture. You know what I'm saying? This is possibly the dopest picture I took. My kids looked at it. They kind of laughed. They was like, well, yeah, but post that on Facebook.
Oh, they telling you it ain't good enough.
Yeah, they said, but
Yeah, they
don't
said you ain't
post
cut
that
the
on
cloth.
Facebook,
You
Dad,
ain't
but
make
don't
it.
post that on IG. And I'm like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? And I kind of get what they're saying, but at the same time, I
Well, I'm
feel
gonna
like
tell you
there's
like
no
this.
way.
Okay,
Okay,
let
yeah.
me keep. I'm gonna keep it a thou out with you. Like, I don't even know how much I want to say, but now Facebook is fun. Like, I got my own little group. I got good, a couple of them. You know what I mean? Got 60,000 on one,
Yeah.
20,000 others. Decent amount of people. But all right, you got to think about the gram and Facebook. Facebook is fun book for me. Like, I have fun on this bitch. People say what they want. They get a chance to interact with me. They get to say I said this to him or whatever the fuck. But now, if I want to get a bag, I'm on the gram. When you don't see me on here, I'm on the gram. When I'm snatching my celebrity clients, like I just snatched a couple recently, I get them on the gram.
Okay, so we're gonna have to. Okay, now we gonna have to talk about when we get to the Instagram. We're gonna have to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I'm almost 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? To me, Instagram is boring. Now my kids, again, they be helping me out. They like, Dad, that's because you need to start following more people. You ain't following nobody.
Yeah, liven up your feed. You need to follow,
yeah, so I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But without them, I would never think about it. I sit there with 5 people I'm following and be like, this shit is whack. You know what I'm saying? It does. So we definitely need to talk about that. But as far as the picture, what would you say is like, okay, I get what you mean as far as fun, but
Facebook is like this. Everybody in this group right here either breeds, wants to breed, or wants to know about breeders. So the odds of you selling a pup, a stud feed, or promoting to somebody that don't know you is not high. If you use the right tags on the gram, you hitting, first of all, your whole following is people that follow you because they like you. Regardless of who don't, they do.
Hey, Dre, my bad. Hey, Dre, let me interrupt you real quick because I was reading the comments. If
my bad,
if you guys,
I can't even see the comments. Where the comments at?
If you click the chat box, the chat thing at the bottom that say chat, and then it'll take you to public, and then it'll take you to public comment chat.
There you go.
For the people that can't share it, that's probably because you're watching it from the Giant American Bully Group. So you need to either go to Daryl Thor's page or go to the KTK Bullies Elite page and share
and then
it
you'll
from
be able
there.
to share it. There you go. I should have said that earlier.
All right, go ahead. My bad. Well, you already said you're here learning, Daryl, so you just listening.
It's all good.
Well, see that? Yeah, I'm supposed to pay attention to the comments, but I'm trying to hear what y'all saying. So that's my bad.
Think about this though, okay? And your group is popping. You know what I mean? So, what celebrities are in here though?
You're
not going to hit them on Facebook.
Yeah.
You're not going to hit them on the book. They're not going to join breeders groups. You're not going to find the people that, I don't even want to say no numbers. I just sold 2 dogs to an individual, which I'm going to talk about later on because the dogs are en route to him right now. I say he in Atlanta. But I just sold a dog to a celebrity, and I asked him, how you find me? Your feed on Instagram. How'd you initially find me? Your tags. I was looking at big pit bulls. So that's what they was looking for.
People really look up pound. Not pound sign.
No, they don't got to put the pound. They're just gonna. It's like, think of Google, right?
Yeah, it'll pop up.
When you go to Google and you type in whatever, you ain't gonna put in pound whatever. You're just gonna put in what you're looking for, but then it's gonna pop up. So when they doing that and you got your shit hashtag right and you got a quality feed and they can see that you serious about what you're doing, you can snatch them.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and then not only that, but like you said, Google. Like now you're talking about Instagram pages and Facebook pages that you have to optimize correctly too, and start building shit so your shit can stand out too. You feel me? If you want to be popping up for them people that he's talking about. But look, I'm gonna just be straight up and honest with everybody now. No, hold on. Yeah, because look, because I got to do this. I got to do this. I'm gonna be straight up and down honest with y'all. I am going to give you the most information I can to put you in an educational mind state for you to do your own research to take it further. But I'm not giving you the meat and potatoes, bro. I mean, I can't. I mean, I'm not, because listen, even if you
I
watch a
get you.
webinar, no matter what you do, if you watch a webinar, they're going to give you good information. They're going to give you really great information. At the end of that webinar, though, they finna try to sell you the meat and potatoes. It's just unfortunately, I'm not selling anything. So you're not going to get it from me, period.
I'm not
You
selling.
know?
I'm not on here to sell a pup. I'm not in here to promote my kennel.
Yeah,
I'm in here because I fuck with my guy, and I figure,
yeah.
it's worthwhile for people to know, like, okay, there's a topic that popped up. I'm gonna go off course just slightly. There's a topic that popped up in your group earlier. People were talking about you should make money off your dogs. All right, now,
Yeah.
this is something that I can't comprehend. I can't comprehend. Like, do I live off of my dogs? No. I've been a boss from day one. I'm still a boss. That ain't never changed. I bought my first main stuff for $25,000. I wasn't
There you
getting
go.
on. Like, I came in this bitch on. Period. I was lit from day one. However, with that being said, I'm not going to put my money, time, energy, and mostly my time, because I can make so much money doing other things into something that I don't think I could turn a profit from. Now, there's a way to do it ethically. There's a way to do it unethically, and that's going to be a big debate in itself. However, what I will say is, to any breeder that's investing and seriously investing time and energy, I bought a second property for my kennel, just for my kennel. I got two properties.
There you go.
I got the BGK Pitbull Farm. I got the BGK Villa. The Villa's the one with the pool, waterfall, all that good shit. Few of my dogs.
Yeah.
The farm is the one that got my 30 by 70 dog runs, my actual true 5 by 10, 6 by 12 kennels, and pea gravel and all that good shit. So with that being said, and I'm buying thousands of dollars of dog food at a time. Why? And I got people that's helping me. We picking up shit ton of dog shit. Why are we gonna do all that for nothing? To not turn a profit at all.
Right.
Like, if you're gonna do that, you shouldn't even breed. Like, if you really breeding for the love of the breed, just start giving away dogs. Just breeding and giving away dogs. There's nothing wrong with turning a profit. Now, that should not be the only purpose.
To me, I feel like people use that as a cop out because they're not getting any attention, and that's why they're so angry, going everywhere. Oh, I'll do this for the breed. You guys are making money. I do this for the breed. You guys are making money, because I've seen several people do that, and I'm talking about 5-6 years ago, and now they're actually making money, and now they're talking about how much money they make now. You feel me? So to me, it's a cop out. You feel me? But it shouldn't have to be, because it's easy. Yeah, and it's easy if people just take the advice and listen, bro. When I started trying to talk this marketing stuff on Facebook, I want to say about 7 years ago, bro. I caught hell. I'm talking about you a hacker. You're selling people's information, because I'm a big believer in building. Because I'm a big believer in building a message list. When I drop a litter, I hit my email list, my SMS list, and all of that before anything even touches social media. So usually everything is gone before that. You feel me? But that's why I tell people, what happens if Facebook shut down right now? And then if you're only on Instagram and then Instagram shuts down, then what are you gonna do then?
I'm gonna give people one piece of game.
That's funny you say that.
I'm gonna give them this. I'm gonna drop one gem, and I'm gonna leave this alone.
I got my pen up right now.
Scrapers. There's something called scrapers. You can pick up anybody's IG, hire somebody that does scraping, and they will scrape
I built one.
You already know.
Bro, I built one. What are you talking about? First of all, I done bought like 8 of them motherfuckers. So I'm like, bro, let me build my own. So since he dropped that game, I'm gonna drop some game on y'all too right now. So basically, if you go to Google, right, and you put in quotes, put American Bully plus the plus sign, Instagram plus Yahoo.com. You feel me? Basically, what you did was you just imprinted a footprint from basically scrapers, except you just manually did it. And Google will literally pull up everybody that has American Bullies with a Gmail if you put it in there. And then you can go do Yahoo and MSN.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You feel me? So that's the only game I'm gonna drop on that one.
I'm not giving no more. That's a lot. We gave a lot right there. So we're gonna leave that. We're gonna let that sit.
But
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead, Daryl.
No, I was going to say, DeAndre asked a question. I'm reading trying to keep up with the comments on StreamYard and in the group. But DeAndre said, for a new breeder, what are first steps for the start of marketing? When it comes to photos, I look up to Katie Cat and love Andre's angles and tactics. So let's go ahead.
Okay, let's take
Bam.
this back to
The
picture.
average
Let's
person
take this
has
back
a
to what
cell.
this live was.
Okay.
Yeah, the average
Let's
person
take
has
this
a
live
cell
back to what it
phone,
was.
or they got their camera.
Hey, let me
Let's
say
start
this
with
much.
the cell phone.
The
What's
first,
the
I'm
best?
gonna tell you when I first started breeding.
Okay.
I started off with a little digital camera I happen to have, right? And then I leveled up a little bit, and I was like, let me go to Walmart. I'm gonna buy the most expensive camera they got. It was like $400. I thought I did something big. You know what I mean? So I grabbed that.
Was it a Canon or what?
It was a Canon. It was a Canon. I've been a Canon
You
man
got,
for
you
recently.
you must have got a T2 or a T3 there back then.
Something like that. Something like that. Hey, you couldn't tell me nothing though.
I'm telling you, hey, you couldn't tell me either when I had that T3 back then.
But I would say a camera and knowing your camera is the most valuable thing you can get. Not an iPhone. I got an iPhone 11 Pro Max. I got the iPhone 12. And the cameras on them are amazing, like amazing. However, and you get a gimbal to steady it out for your video footage. You can get some real smooth quality footage from that too. But if you really want to level up and you really want to take quality pictures and a great representation of your dog to be put out there, you got to imagine, just think of the value in this way. For every time you take that picture, most of the people that aren't going to see your dog are going to see that picture. Period. Most people are not going to come see your stud to do your stud. Most people are not going to be able to do that, but they're going to see that picture. I do nothing but a DSLR, either mirror or mirrorless. If I'm doing mirrorless, it's got to be full frame at this point. And if I'm going mirrorless, I use like I got a Canon 90 full frame. I got the Mark D, the 5D Mark IV, second generation.
Oh, you got see.
Okay,
you want to know something?
Hold on.
Wait. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me go. Okay, everybody, y'all get your pens out right now because we finna get into it with the cameras and the gimbals and all of that.
Because this right here is way above my head. You know what I'm saying? So
It's worth it though. It's worth it. This is where
well, no, he don't know.
Where people don't even know what they like your picture for. They just like, man, that's a quality pic. That's a nice dog. They saying that's a nice fucking picture of your
and that's
dog.
why. And that's why. So now what he just said, that goes into rule of thirds and why that exists. But so let's get into the gimbals. Me, I would recommend at least the DJI Osmo 3. But if you want to get, but if you really want to jump into some, the new one is the DJI Osmo 4.
I got it.
I got the 3. I got the 3.
I
ain't get the 4 yet.
Zion, huh? You about to say go mess with the Zion?
Nope, I was still gonna stay with the DJI Osmo because bro, I swear by him. I just ain't got the 4 yet because to me, when you have Android with the DJI, you lose some features. You feel me? So to me, hold on.
When you say Android, you talking about
phones. We're talking cell phone stuff.
iPhone, the green bubble gang and the blue bubble gang. Blue bubble gang is the iPhone gang. Green bubble gang is the Androids. You feel me?
Yeah, we're talking cell phone. We're talking cell phones now.
So so hold on then. You're talking about the Android and the what again?
Any iPhone, any phone you have. Any phone you have.
Okay. So what's the next move then that they should be looking for?
If that's a gimbal, he's saying a gimbal. I'll grab mine in a second to show y'all. But a gimbal is what stabilizes your phone if you're taking quality video, quality footage of your dogs, and it doesn't have that bumping around like you're holding it with your hand. That's what a gimbal does.
So this is something you actually hold or sit down, whatever it is, and you put your phone on that, and it keeps it steady. There's no movement. So now, can you hold this and you move at the same time?
Yeah, it's handheld. You hold it in your hand.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
You hold it in your hand. So that's something you would want to do. And what he was saying was basically that the apps, because you always connect your gimbal with the app. He's saying the apps on Android are not as compatible with the gimbals. Therefore, you lose some of the features that the gimbal offers that makes it stand out. But if you have an iPhone, your app is going to be able to use almost every single thing or every single option that gimbal offers. So you'll be able to maximize the potential of that gimbal by pairing it with the iPhone as opposed to pairing it with the Android.
Okay. Got you. And this is just a basic, like, when can you get this? Is this something you got to get online?
Best Buy, you can get it. I did a lot of my shit from Amazon, but Best Buy, any electronics. I was just explaining to him what you were saying about iPhone's apps being more compatible with the gimbal, so you get to use every feature that it has. and then the Androids aren't as compatible, so you lose a few features. That's I was explaining what you meant.
Cause see now, so
got you.
I have this. This is something simple. Comes equipped with an app tracking. Clicks onto a tripod. I
You
tried
breathing
this
all
out
hard?
for.
You better get in shape,
My fat
boy.
ass was just running. For what? What I need to get in shape for?
Because you breathe.
Health as well, bro.
What if on next series you got to carry a computer or something? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna do. I'm not. I'm gonna say what Dre said. Hey, I'll get it later. but this has full tracking, full 360 tracking, and it cost me like $30. I think it's worth it. I was doing it just for a test. I think it's worth it. But the DJI Osmo, the 3 is what we were just talking about. It's
okay, so you put your phone, and that's
right
a
here.
gimbal.
Yeah. So when you turn it on, like it automatically programs itself, it lines itself up, it does all that. If your phone was on, it flips it around, then you just steady it. You could add weights and bro, this it's dope. Y'all look it up. Y'all look it up on YouTube. It's the DJI Osmo. If you don't already have one, I suggest get the 4. You feel me? If you don't have one already, I said
just go ahead and get the 4.
Yeah, because the price is basically the same, except on the 4, which Andre is going to probably show you guys. This part where you put your phone at is detachable.
Got you.
You feel me? So it's just
okay.
So it's easier to deal with.
Okay, so who was that? Anthony said, "Hey Rob, can you repeat what you said about what to put in the Google bar? Talking about scraping, please, sir." He said, "Please, sir." So you gotta.
you use if you want to be direct. Basically, what you type in is if you have American Bullies, type in American Bullies in quotes, and then in the quote after you type in American Bully, then put the plus sign, and then in quotes again, put Instagram.com in that quote, and then put Gmail or Yahoo or whatever type of emails you're looking for. That's what I say. Everybody, y'all get y'all pins out. Y'all get y'all pins out, bro.
And scraping is worth it because now you got a mailing list of people that are interested in what you're interested in. But it circles back now to what we're talking about, pictures. Because if you're sending out something as a mass email and you don't have quality content, now you got to reach. Use the scraper, you got your list, and you about to contact them. What kind of content? How you gonna represent yourself? Are you going to appear as a credible source once you reach out? Are you going to look like somebody struggling to try to get on? So that's where the content is key. Content is king on every platform.
Well, hey, if y'all don't mind, look. Matter of fact, let's just keep this pictures because we're gonna be we're gonna be going into
keep
all
it
of
pictures.
That.
So now
let's do this. We're talking gimbals.
Okay, yeah.
This is my Zhiyun gimbal, right? For my iPhone. My iPhone sits right here. And these are all electronic, so you fire it up, and everything is electronic when you use it, and it gives you real steady footage. It's another version of what he just showed you with the Osmo 4. It's just not as collapsible and foldable. And then if you want to step it up for your DSLR game, this is the Ronin RSC2.
Your
cell
phone goes in this?
No, this is for
your regular camera.
Yeah, this is for your regular camera. If you're gonna use it for video footage. You can use it for pictures too. However you want to use it, it could be used. Like the bottom of it splits open to a tripod, right? So when you're not holding it, like you can hold it as a grip if you're using it for footage. If you want to do photos with it, then you can do that. Then I have an extender that can go in between the stand and the actual gimbal itself. And these are worth it, man. Like all of these, like this equipment has paid for itself times 10. Like I can't even tell you how much money is brought in indirectly. Like you don't shoot and get money. Like it's constant quality content, and they don't know. Like, damn, that video looks a little smooth. Has a nice edge to it. Has quality, like a certain feel. They're responding to it unconsciously. They're responding to the quality of your content, the caliber and quality of your pictures, of your videos, of your editing of your videos, and the way you put it out there. Subconsciously, you're gonna be like, damn, that was, let me find out a little bit more. Then you see something more and more, and that you draw them in. And then you still gotta close the deal, but that's just something that a lot of people don't take the time and energy to do, that leaves other people at a different level, and they don't understand how, and they don't understand why. but there's little pieces of machinery that actually make a difference in the quality of your content. And anything you can do to up the level of your content is going to up the level of the clientele that you engage in, which is going to up your pricing. And then you don't have to be on here saying money don't matter. I'm breeding for the love of the breed. Fucking lying.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. And then if you want to take it there, besides the gimbals, you can actually purchase lenses and filters for your phones.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You can purchase lenses and filters for your phones too.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
So let me ask you this. So like,
you can make me go get my other shit.
See, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't doing that. I'm gonna be out here with about 50 grand worth of shit sitting on my car.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna
trying to keep up with you. Like,
nah, you're right. I ain't gonna even grab it, but he's right.
So let me ask you this:
people shooting whole movies with iPhones nowadays, right now, because of the quality of the lenses that they add on, the anamorphic lenses. The Moonrock D is a good one. Like, you can put an anamorphic lens on your iPhone, and next thing you know, you shooting at like if your iPhone looks like this, if you got 3 lenses, you should maximize and use it, bro. Like, you should use it.
Right.
Like this phone right here, I'm on right now. I'm on live with my other phone. This is my other phone. I got 2 more. So this is what I do for just content. Like, this is just for me, this is like a regular video camera, a regular photo camera. Like, I use this like anybody else uses a.
You said right.
Yeah. I have
for that purpose.
I have the Note 20 Ultra, and I have the regular Note 20. You feel me? So, like I said, both of these phones shoot in 4K. You know, one of them shoots in 128 frames per second, and then 60 to 30. So, I mean, these things are really important. If you want to use just your phone, go get a good one. You feel me? And even still, this is just so you don't have no dull, boring content. You still need professional camera.
You need a professional camera, period. There's no getting around it, man. Hey, Daryl, you was asking me how these work. See, I got the Osmo also. This is how it works right here. So you put it here, you turn it on, and once you fire it up, it's going to automatically go into portrait mode. You flip it, and now you're ready. You know what I mean? So you could take your content like this, and this is how you take smooth camera content using the gimbal. This is how it, like, hold it in and out, move around. It's not going to move. It's not going to have that jagged.
Exactly. So
and then when you get the app, and then when you get the app, it's dumb crazy features in the app that you can use. You feel me? Crazy.
Okay. So what do you like? The best thing I know to use on my phone, and I don't even remember which one I have, but it's the iPhone. I just don't remember which one. But best thing that I know
you ain't got a good iPhone because you saying you don't remember. You don't know if you got one of these.
Mikey, what iPhone do I have?
iPhone game
it ain't that bad. Hold on, which iPhone do
I have? Hey, you think that's bad? You should have seen the phone he had before that, bro.
You said what? You don't remember which one it is, though?
Bro, the phone he had before that, I wouldn't even let my kids play with that.
That's what my son would just say.
Hey, check this
but
out.
it was my kids that was like, you got to get a better phone.
Are you familiar with the B script?
What's that?
This is another thing that you can use. When you say adding on lenses, that's what this port is for right here.
Yeah.
So this is called the B script. These are your grips right here. You put your phone in here. Like, this lifts up so you can put your phone in it. Okay. And then you can hold it like such. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And whatever lenses you want to add here, I use this phone so y'all can see.
And then they got sliders and all type of shit. Like I said, bro, I don't like iPhone, but they've been dropping some amazing shit for iPhone.
So is there a certain, like, the best thing I know on my phone is portrait. Is that the best, you know, as far as the selections that the phone actually gives you to use, which should, you know, that's what you got right now.
If you're going to take pictures with your phone, I would use portrait mode, because in portrait mode, it automatically, depending on what type of camera is on your phone, it gives you that slight blur background.
Yep.
Okay. You feel me?
That's the feel that you get from a DSLR. If you ever notice with a DSLR, it's mimicking a DSLR in portrait, because with a DSLR, you will have the front image in focus, and if you ever notice, and it's the same when you're shooting with video cameras, high quality video cameras. The background is always slightly blurred, and it's focusing on the subject that's up front, and that's what you want.
But we don't think about that exactly.
Yeah, that's
but see, and if you want and now this is a tip for you guys too. If you want, look at the rule of thirds like a tic-tac-toe box. look at the rule of thirds as a tic-tac-toe box.
Hold up though,
You
because
always
hold on, you said that before. What is this? What's the rule of thirds? What is that?
The screen is split into thirds. To like, if this is the
yeah.
screen, then you got 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. You understand what I'm
Okay,
saying?
got you.
Okay,
Got
so your ground should be at that bottom line and under. The center portion should be the majority of your dog. The top portion should be probably a little bit of your dog and the sky area and everything above. Now, we read left to right. So when you look at a picture and you think it's dope, it's because of the way you're looking at it. So if you put your dog on one of those third hashes, you feel me? Just naturally, your eye is going to be attracted to it. You feel me? So
okay.
No, he's right.
no,
He's right.
Right.
What
look
he's
at the
saying is right.
tic-tac-toe
I
box.
believe you, but it's just something you wouldn't think about. It's just so when you say the rule of thirds, you're based, and you know
Oh,
what?
I know.
They always give you that
I'll give you a
screen.
good idea.
You saying thirds
I
going
can break it down
up
right
and
now.
down,
Hey, look,
sideways.
Daryl,
Hold
Daryl,
up.
draw a tic-tac-toe box real
No, you
quick.
don't
Draw a
gotta do that.
tic-tac-toe box.
Watch
Oh,
this.
okay.
I'm about to help him. Look at the screen right now. Me, you, and him represent the thirds right now.
Bam. But it
That
also
screen
Okay,
is
goes
split
up.
into thirds
It
right
also
now.
goes up and down. Also, is what you're saying.
Right.
Right?
So it's a
Yes, this is a
tic-tac-toe.
third.
So if we have
Got
two
you.
lines going across the middle where we are to make it a tic-tac-toe, that screen would be the grid that he's talking about.
Got you.
Yes.
And if you place
So
the object more to the
your
left,
dog where you
the eye
are
goes
or
down.
where Dre is, where you are or where Dre is, or at least close to that hash line is going down the middle on both sides of me, then you're good. That's a perfect shot as
Yep.
far as framing.
Yep.
That's some dope shit. Okay. Got you. Got
Now
you.
you can crop it. Like you can shoot an image a little bit bigger, and if you know what you're looking for, you can crop it so it still fits the rule of thirds.
Or
You understand what I'm
if you
saying?
know Photoshop, you can add on to it to make it fit the rule of thirds.
Yeah, you can.
Mm,
So if you got a dope
okay.
shot that's just slightly off, you can alter it till you get what you want.
And this isn't necessarily a better, how should I say it? It doesn't necessarily make a better picture, but it
No,
grabs
it
the
makes it no,
mind.
it
It's
makes
more
it
aesthetically pleasing.
Okay,
yes.
got
So it makes a better picture.
Right.
right.
It's
because
aesthetically pleasing. You're framing your
But that's
shot. It's called framing your shot.
mentally is
yes,
it's
but that's something that we can't change. You cannot change that. That's like
right.
if you want to change that, that's like picking up a book and reading it from right to left. I mean, you could
Right. It just
try.
is what it is. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. I
Yeah,
got you.
it just is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it.
But jumping
Got
back to the lenses, like now I got the phone mounted, right? So if you have it mounted right, and then you bring down the lens cover, it's over the lens now. Like you can't see the lens, but this is where the lens is. Then you can screw whatever lens you want in over your iPhone lens to make it more professional. Now you ain't got to do all this. This is going extra, but I figured I'll show you. But you definitely want to shoot in portrait mode, but even more so, you want to get a professional camera. Period. It's worth the investment. If you are serious about breeding and you want to put out quality content online, wherever your online happens to be, FB, IG, wherever the hell you're putting it up, like you need a quality professional camera. You need to learn how to jump out of automatic, get in the manual, and be able to dial in your settings so that everything looks right. Take a couple test photos, make sure your lighting's everything's right. And if you get some golden hour, you got to be real good so you can keep adjusting it as the sun go down. Like you need to be able to manipulate that camera.
Do you think that, because a lot of people that actually do photography, especially in the dog world, they breeders, and you hear them talking about that they're learning it so they can do it on their own, blah, blah, blah. Do you think that the technology of the phone plus, the cameras you can get, the things that you guys discuss, do you think the technology is at the point where you as a breeder should be able to do this on your own? And
You have to.
No.
You have to. Hold up. You got to be able to take your own bit. Like there's gonna be somebody that can do it better than you. But you should.
No, but he's saying with the phone. He's saying with the phone though.
No,
not just even the phone. Even if you invest in the camera, invest in the camera. Do you think? Let's say I got a litter coming in. I got a litter dropping in 2 months. So pups is gonna be ready to go in 4 to 5. Do you think in 6 months between my phone, the cameras, whatever that's available to me as a breeder and somebody that really wants to get the work that I'm doing out there, do you think that exists where I can do it and learn it on my own? Or if I got something I need to be ready to do in 3 to 6 months, should I just go for a professional?
If you got YouTube and time, Hell yeah. Like there's
There
so
you go.
many, the
There you
University of YouTube teaches you so fucking much. You can go online and learn how to dial in your camera. What are the best? You don't even need to learn the whole camera. You can just go to something specific to what you're trying to do. Like what are the best settings for whatever type of photo you're taking, right? Action photos, or if it's a
Well, shit,
portrait.
I could tell you when it comes to these dogs, and this is a rule of mine for all beginners who have something that they need done immediately. Number one is
There you
just
go.
get a
Exactly.
camera. Number one is get a camera. Okay. Number two is get you, if your budget is slim, and Dre makes, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but if your budget is slim, get you a 50 millimeter 1.8 lens.
Yeah.
That will do the job. If you have a little bit
That's
bigger
my
budget,
go-to. Yeah.
oh, see, when
50.
we gonna have to debate that because,
Yeah.
well, just let me finish it, then we'll
All right, go
debate
for it.
this.
Go for it.
So if your budget is a little bit bigger, I will go with the 85 millimeter 1.8.
Gotcha.
You know, if your budget is a little bigger. Now, if you want to step up to some better glass, I would get the 70 to 200 4.0.
Okay, when you say
one.
better glass, what do you mean by that?
The lens.
The glass,
The
the
lens.
lens,
Okay,
the
okay.
It's the
lens.
glass.
Got you. Okay.
And then if your budget is a little bit bigger than that, get the big boy to 70 to 200 2.8. Do I think you guys really need that? No, I don't, because if you're a beginner, you really don't need that. You're gonna mess up your pictures with too much blur shooting on a flat plane with a 2.8 if you don't know what you're doing. Now, if you want to go further than that, you just take those same lenses and go with the 1.4s or the 1.2s. You feel me? 1.4, 1.2, 50, 1.4, 1.2, 85. You feel me? And this is all you need. So you can find you a $300 camera and get you any one of those lenses, and you will be able to shoot pictures, the type of pictures that you see professionally. Now, the only thing that changes is the bokeh when it comes to the lenses, and that's because of the quality of the glass. The bokeh is basically that blur that you get.
Okay.
That blur, they call it bokeh, that blur. So if you look at the different kind of lenses, they not only compress the background more, but the blur is a lot smoother.
Right.
Okay, I got you.
You feel me? So another thing I would say when it comes to actually shooting, so if you have no clue what you're doing, put your camera on auto, set up your shot, put your camera on auto, push the button halfway down and look at those numbers. Then put your camera in manual and dial in those same numbers, and then make that picture fit what you're trying to do by adjusting those numbers to what you see at that point.
Yep. Just playing with it. Yep.
Okay, got you.
You want to come out of the goal is to come out of automatic in the manual. Like no professional photographers in automatic. You are definitely in manual, and you want to be able to know it to the point where you can hit a different setting and dial it in quick. Because that's the one thing about manual is you got to get there. And let's say you show up and you thought it was gonna be sunny and it started getting cloudy. You need to be able to adjust and not. And, I mean, you're gonna have some presets, but to be able to adjust for what's going on at that time and take a few test shots, look at it, and know that you're on point, and then go ahead and flash away and do what you need to do. So you want to
because auto. So when put it, so you're saying basically, because I'm the type that use auto because I'm thinking the camera's knows best, but you're saying use auto to get your settings.
Well, because you got to look at a machine. A machine will never know what's best. You feel me? It's giving you what it feels is best.
Exactly.
But it's not compensating for the whole shot. It's compensating for what you're pointing that camera at. So if you point that camera at your dog, auto is going to give you the correct numbers to expose that dog, but the background might be blown out because it's too bright, because it's focused on the actual dog.
So use auto to get started, and then from there, go
adjust it to what you
Damn. But what you can do in the beginning is take a few auto shots. Like take a few auto shots. If you're getting to know the camera, you're not going to jump into manual immediately. Yeah, that's your goal. Your short-term goal. It's not even a long-term goal. It's a short-term goal. But put it on automatic and get to know that camera. Start flicking around. Take your dog out. Might be pictures you're never going to post. You're going to wipe the memory card clean when you're done with it. But it's worth it. And that's another thing. If you're going to get a camera, go ahead and grab you some extra memory cards. Get you about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. You know what I mean? So that when you're ready, you're not hitting capacity. You're like, damn, I'm done. You need to be able to slap another memory card in there. So you want to do that. But you want to get in the auto. Go ahead, my
Oh, that's a whole nother conversation now, memory cards, but go ahead.
Yeah. That's why I didn't want to. I just wanted broad strokes. You know what I mean? So, anyway, like you wanna be able to snap around an automatic and start getting a feel for the camera and how that camera works with whatever lens you have. You know what I mean? Like
Gotcha.
I've always been a Canon man for a long time. Sony recently stepped it up. Now this is going pretty much above and beyond, but the Sony AS7 III, like that's a beast. Like if you
Bro,
were,
that A7R is crazy too, bro. That
yeah, it is.
A7R3,
It
bro.
is.
I've been thinking about switching
Which
to
one
Sony.
though? Which one would you go with?
The A7R3. Because you want
But
to
do
know
you do?
something?
You must not do a lot of video then.
Nah, I don't.
That's what I was going. Okay.
That makes
Okay.
sense. That makes sense. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
because that Sony A7R, you got like 30 minutes and you done.
You done. That bitch gonna heat up.
And I'm glad you brought up here because there's two things I definitely want to hit before we get off here. Is one, positioning, and I know it probably took me about 4 years to understand or get it, but now you can kind of see people talking about it. But everybody says when you take a picture, be at the level of your dog. You know what I mean?
Worm's eye view. That's
And
called a worm's eye view. You want to be at a worm's eye view,
okay,
man. Like if you're not willing to get down, like I'm gonna give you a quick story, man. Like my cousin, he is into photography before I was, and he's like, "Pull up, man. We in the Bay. We doing this video shoot with Sibo and E40 and everything." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, "Okay, say less." So I jumped in my whip at the time, swooped over there, pulled up, and he was laying in the dirt in front of these dudes taking pictures. And I hopped out the whip like, I want some bullshit. That's just the way I think. You know what I mean? I'm hopping out of a custom foreign, looking at him, and my cousin laying in the dirt. I'm like, what is you doing, bro? Get up. You know what I mean? Like, this is embarrassing. But I didn't understand the concept of photography and how it worked at that point. He was doing what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, you gotta
now
get it.
I'm laying in the dirt for dogs now. He was doing it for at least some
right,
celebrities,
right.
You know
Bro,
I mean? Like,
hey, Dre, I did a photo shoot, bro, where I had to literally, the only way for me to capture the picture I had to catch was to get in this creek. And this creek was crazy. I'm talking about up to here. I'm in walking in here with my camera like this. You feel me? Trying to shoot like this. Bro, you got to do it. I'm talking about, but see, now I've been doing it so long, bro, I don't care if it's storming outside. I go lay in a puddle quick. We finna hurry up, get this, and get up out of here. Extra clothes in the car already.
You gotta have that mentality to get that shot.
Get down and dirty for that shot, man, because it's only.
So it's not even just a matter of when you say the worm's eye view. It's not just a matter of dogs. It's a matter of just.
That's period. Well, it depends. It depends because every angle. See, and this is why people think everybody photoshops. The millimeters on these cameras are telling you stay in this range or we're going to distort the picture.
Right.
You feel me? So now when
that's a good way to look at it. That's a good way to look at it.
So when you learn how to work these lenses, you can distort the picture for good reasons and bad. You feel me? So you don't always have to Photoshop because that's like with the zoom lens. If you zoom that lens all the way in and then position yourself and take a picture, naturally everything about the dog is going to be bigger, even its height, but everything is going to be bigger. You feel me? Because you're distorting the picture.
Listen to that. XL people, listen.
I ain't saying do that.
But I'm just saying that's not Photoshop. But somebody gonna see that picture and be like, oh man, he using that photography fuckery. Hey, you know what? That's his way of showing his dog. You're not lying about the dog. You're giving people a perspective shot. You give them perspective on your dog. You know what I mean? Because it's been so many times I go to the vet and they're tripping off my dog in person, like, oh my God, he looks so crazy. Damn, he's huge. They don't put him on the scale. I don't gotta fool them. They seeing this dog real time. Then they'll pull out their phone and take a picture and they're like, damn, like you gotta get lower. You gotta, get a good angle on them. Because they're trying to go home and they want to tell them about that big ass dog they seen at the vet.
And it don't come out.
Right.
That's funny because
so you're not lying to people. It is.
Yeah, we got a video of King, and I think that's kind of why it got popular. My son took the part. I'm walking with my cousin. He's walking King, and I'm trying to get a picture of him that looks like what I'm seeing, and I can't get it. And in the video,
listen, Daryl,
I say I'm like he big. But I can't. There's nothing in this camera that can allow him to look as big as what he really is.
Yes, it is. The way you're shooting it is making him not look like that. So remember this: the lower you shoot, the bigger your subject looks. The higher you shoot, the smaller your subject looks. So when you're aiming down at King, he doesn't look as big because he's not supposed to. You're towering over him.
He doesn't
He's
look
not supposed to
powerful
Right.
look
either.
big.
Like
That makes
even when you shoot
exactly.
video, like I'm in the video as well as pictures. And even when you say like if you want somebody to appear weak and meeker, you come from over top.
Yep.
Okay.
They appear more dominant, more powerful. They dominate the screen more from that lower perspective. So you always, if you're trying to portray that as, you know, if you want your dogs to appear a certain way and not looking down on them, then you definitely want to go ahead and get at their level. And if possible, and this is one thing that I noticed from Roman a lot earlier on than most, he had his dogs on a hill and he would go low. So he's shooting up. Every time you look at it, he's shooting up. It's hard to even gauge the size of the dog at that point because it's going to start to appear larger than it is. You know what I mean? Now, if you got big dogs and you want to show you have big dogs, that's one way to do it. If you're taking that same perspective here, and you got somebody with a smaller dog that knows photography, and they shooting from a lower perspective, their dog is going to look the same as yours. And you over there like, that's internet stats. My dog is bigger. No, both of y'all took various angles of that dog, and his angle was better. Therefore, you feel in a certain way because your picture don't turn out like his. Especially with XLs, like it's probably not the same for exotics because you guys you're not trying to be the biggest exotic. You know what I mean? It's more about the quality and structure of the dog and things of that nature. For us, it's a size thing, you know.
So Daryl, we let's start taking some questions if y'all don't mind, and we answer the questions. But since Jonathan's was the last question, it says, I'll show you in the inbox. It shows a picture that has been digitally modified and pixels have been compressed, etc. Okay, so
is
now,
that where he's talking about Ella or whatever, ELA he put
well,
up
I
there?
don't know, but see, the reason he's because he's friends with somebody who tried to say all my pictures was Photoshop. Now, let me explain something about, because in this community we got too many fucking scientists with no degrees and they know everything. So let me briefly, and this is no shot at you, Jonathan. I fuck with Jonathan. Jonathan, funny as fuck. That's my dude.
Because before that he said that's why you run pictures through Ella detector.
No, but you can't do that because see, you have people like me, and then you have people like Dre. I shoot in raw. I shoot in raw form.
Raw is
You
the
feel me?
best format though.
So my pictures are gonna run through
Huge
Lightroom.
files though. Them files are huge.
Yeah, so that's why my pictures are gonna run through Lightroom and Photoshop. So when I go into Lightroom,
So
my
what? Okay,
picture,
but what is raw? What when you say I shoot in raw?
it's just raw. It's just raw format. It's all the information from the picture is right
Every
there.
single piece of the
Everything.
data is right there.
See, JPEG is not
a
like that.
JPEG. Yeah, JPEG is different. It's compressed. Raw is like, but raw files,
So
you got to have a good processor in some space because it's going to take up a lot more. You do a whole raw photo shoot, you're going to have a lot of gigs of shit. Like with
bro,
just a
by the
few
time I
pictures.
was done editing a raw file, I think that shit was like 3 point something gigabytes, bro. One picture.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You feel me? So when people
best though. It's the best.
oh yeah, definitely. So when people are using that software he's talking about, anything you run my pictures to, the whole picture is gonna look edited. For the simple fact is, I'm positioning my colors correctly. I'm making sure there's no blown out features in the picture, and if there is, I'm coloring over them to dull them down. I'm removing stuff out of the picture, so now the whole picture is like that because I didn't tweak the colors. Because I shoot it. I not only do I shoot raw, but I shoot normal. You feel me? So there's no color in my images whatsoever when I snap this shot. I have to go add all of these things because I want to add them correctly in the way my eyes seen them. So that type of software, you can't really count on that unless you know unless scientifically you know what you're doing. And most of these people have no degrees and don't.
No, that's way above the average person that we're talking to right now. And I'm not talking down on nobody, but what he's talking about is
no. I'm not talking down, but I think his kennel partner tried to play that shit with me. You feel me? Because he just I'm like,
I get you with the Jonathan Cat. Okay, I got you. So
yeah.
Christopher said, "Are there better days and times to post on social media?" Well, we're gonna get to that
algorithm.
We'll let him. We'll go into it a little bit, but okay, yeah, because we're gonna hit all that. The social media is gonna start.
We're talking photography.
The quick answer to that is yes. There's an algorithm in every day.
Exactly.
That's it. We will leave that alone.
Yeah, we're gonna touch on that next Friday.
Well, let me say one thing on that too. That's based on your page too. I mean, like you can't post when I post, and because my statistics say this is the best time for me to post. This is why I recommend fan pages to people because these type of things you're not gonna find on just a regular page.
Got you. And then that way they can kind of get an idea because the fan page, got you. All right, Anthony Bryant says, hey there, Andre. Can you repeat the best shot of angles for a micro exotic?
I don't do micro exotics. That'd be my guy. He'd be better at that. I don't want to mislead him. I do XL. So
I mean, bro, you want to know something? The best shot is the shot that your fan base likes, bro. You feel me? That's the best shot because as you see,
if they have no idea, where do you think you should start?
Bro,
I'm
look
thinking
at what you like.
The worm's eye view is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, lay down on the ground and take the picture. But see, me, my photography, like I said, my photography, when you look at my dog pictures, are all the same. They're basic. You feel me? Because I'm more into artistic photography. So like when you look at my actual photography of people and landscape, now this shows my quality of the type of photographer I am. But dog pictures, easy. Get out here, lay down on the ground, click, click, click. I'm done. Put the pictures out there.
Done.
You feel me? So that's it. Get that front shot. I mean, if you want to turn the dog to the side, turn them to the side. If you got a slight high rear, raise up a little bit, shoot down a little bit. You feel me? If you want to manipulate the picture, of course. But I mean, I don't do that. I'm just saying if that's what y'all you feel me? Because see for me, bro, you gotta understand, as a photographer, I got good at Photoshop. So no joke, bro. I did a photo shoot. I had like 2,000 pictures, bro, and didn't get one good one. So you want to know what I did? All right, we're going to take the leg from this picture. We're going to take the head from this picture, the ear from that picture, the eye from this picture.
Damn, he did a transformer.
Bro, I mean, but it was the same dog, but you feel me? It just, bro, I'm not wasting no
because you always
shoot.
did that one picture where everything is right but one thing. Yeah, I mean, like I know what you're saying. But one thing I will tell people is pictures in bunches, man. Like this is important. Like if you see a famous model, by the time you see that picture, there's about 50, 60, probably 1,000 variations of that picture that they picked from. And then they done photoshopped it, airbrushed it, and now you got this on Instagram. So you see in real life, you know, shit, you want your like back because it ain't what you thought it was. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. If they're doing that for models who are naturally beautiful, truly beautiful women, still go through all this. What about your ugly ass dog? You know what I mean? You better do as many pictures as you can of your dog and then have a selection. Other than, like, there's been a lot of times where I think I got that shot, but now that I know how to take photos, I'm like, I got that shot, but just in case. I'm gonna keep on flicking it up.
So yeah, I got you.
Because see, for me, when I find that shot, looking at it in my camera, when I'm like, this the one, I'm still finna shoot for another like 10, 15 minutes. You feel me? And if you're leaving, there's no reason you should leave a photo shoot with less than 5,000 pictures.
Man, half the time I max the card out. Oh damn.
Yeah.
The card full. You know what I mean? Because when I get back and I'm going through them, I could delete, but I can't recreate that moment. And like, man, if he would just shift it this way or shift it that way, it'd have been perfect. I catch that,
or you see that, or you see that picture in your camera and it's like, that's dope. But then when you upload it, he's leaning a little bit.
I hate that, man. That's so many times. Like,
okay, I got
what
you.
What he's saying is
so
real. That's
take
so real.
Take as many pictures as that's what you there to do. So take as many of them as possible, and then
dedicated, man. Be dedicated.
Yeah,
if you're gonna do it, do it. Why half-ass it? Why just
bro? My chick could tell you. I tried to take a picture of a puppy, so I put a stake in the ground, put a little chain on the dog, and I laid on the grass. My chick will tell you she came home from work and had to wake me up. I was in the backyard, sleep in the grass. I was out there so long, waiting for a damn picture from this dog.
Exactly.
Hey, keep that camera ready too. Another trick I'll tell you is keep that camera ready, because you ever seen your dog hit a picture perfect pose? You're like, damn, if. Like I try to keep something with me, man, just in case.
Just in case.
The most random places that your dog would do something, and you're like, damn, I should have. And I try to turn those into I did get that moment. You know what I mean?
Right. See, and as a photographer, you got, like I said, bro, I got shit in both cars in the trunk. You feel me? I mean, like I just noticed in this car, I got my little Bluetooth mics and shit that work on cameras and phones. This shit is you got to keep it everywhere, because you never know. You never
what's
know
gonna happen.
Facts. I keep my batteries charged up. You want to have your extra batteries, your extra cards, because the worst thing is to be in that moment and your car full. You're like, oh damn. Because Because sometimes they do that thing that you want only for that second. I like alert poses. I like when my dogs are
Right.
alert.
Yeah.
Because it gives them that signature look with the ears. I crop all
You
my
know
dogs'
what?
ears,
That's
so
a
the ears
good
are up.
So as far
But see,
as
I keep my Vagabond Mini with me too. I keep that everywhere I go. I got two. I keep them everywhere I go. Basically, it's nothing but it's just a little portable charger that can
mm,
fire up, that can charge shit, basically. But
and the
Mm-hmm.
it's
I done
best
for
bought some
it's for
pictures,
extra
like
camera.
batteries
Dre
for
was just
everything.
saying, the best pictures when you doing this, the best pictures for you to take is, and I didn't even think about that, but sometimes it's not just about us, it's also about the dog. And you saying the best pictures is when he's alert, looks like he's ready to go.
Well,
That's something I
bro,
think a lot of people forget.
I'm gonna tell you,
That's a
bro.
fan of. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that alert. Look, I use different audios. There's audio videos on YouTube. There's audio devices that I bought off of Amazon that makes weird little sounds, and I do that.
Bro, on your phone, all you need is a Bluetooth mic in your phone, and then switch it. Just go to YouTube and type in dog barking. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And play
Mm-hmm.
that shit on the YouTube speaker. You good. Good
Yeah,
photo
I
shoot
So
the
say
that the
whole
dog
time.
I'll
hears
get
it,
my guy
right?
that's stacking my dog. I'll give him some rocks, and I'll be like, this is basic, but it works. He'll have rocks in his pocket, and I'll be like, throw it over there. So when he throw it, the dog, boom, that's a flip. You know what I mean? Throw it over there. Boom, he looking that way.
Mm.
Boom, alert. So now I'm catching them on those different. That it's that moment though. So you want to be quick because I can get like about 5, 6 when they hit that pose. You want to grab those. You know, those are candid moments.
So
It's
when he
hard to do that.
throws he throws the rock, the dog turns his head. You're not just taking one picture. You taking as many pictures of it
You
as you
flicking.
can.
That's why I ain't pay all
Exactly.
this money for this camera for it to do one.
I
Now,
got
now
you.
for people,
I got you.
now
I
for
got
people
you.
don't have, now for the people that don't have any help, like I said, you could take a little stake, put your dog on a leash. You feel me? Stake it into the ground with a long chain. Go to a park. There's always somebody that has a fucking fence at a park that with a dog back there that barks at everybody. Take your
Mm-hmm.
dog to that area, stake it in the ground where the dog is actually facing where that dog is barking, and you lay your ass down and shoot as long as you want to.
Hey, I did that.
There
I
you
did
go.
that. And this
There you
day, let me
go.
tell you what happened. I took my dog to this park. I staked him out, put it way down in the ground. Got over there. I got ready. I seen them coming up the little path. Got in the ground. I'm ready. And then when the dog came, snatched that stake out the ground, bro.
Right. Okay. Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
yeah. I forgot.
I'm
Okay.
talking about he
I
snatched out.
forgot
I'm
where we
running
were.
across the parking lot like, oh shit, this is
Okay.
bad.
Hey, I forgot where we were. For my dogs, that works. For y'all dog, y'all can't even tie them damn dogs to a fence. They gonna take the
Yeah,
fence
he gonna
down.
snatch. Hey, I had my dog do that though. Like, you know how when you have the gate, like at the edge of the gate is like a post that goes up, right? So I
yeah,
looped the edge of the leash over the top of the gate, right?
exactly.
Went back.
Exactly.
He flattened the fucking fence, bro. Flattened it and
See,
took off. So I'm chasing him. I'm like, okay, no more of that either. You know
so
what I mean? Like,
before y'all stake anything in the ground, before you put anything over any fences, make sure that when you start getting ready to take your picture, this ain't something the dog can pull out the ground, pull out the fence, knock the fence
don't make
down.
that.
Because
I made that
No,
mistake.
I'm gonna
yeah,
tell you this
you
straight
gonna
up.
It's
get
a good
yourself in
tactic
trouble.
though. It's a good tactic. It's worth it. Don't. I'm not
No,
knocking the tactic. It's
to me
brilliant.
it sounds like
No,
getting the best out of it.
no. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up. If you have an XL, do not do this tactic. Don't
It
do
will. Hey, you will learn the hard way.
it.
You learn the
Don't do
hard
it.
way. Another thing that's good if you have help. Now I'm going back to what he said is really good. Like you can do it off of a tree. If you don't want, if you got an XL, I would recommend getting something long enough to tie around a tree and get something that can go around a sign, something that you know is rooted that's not going to go anywhere. So you can still get them pictures, have your dog secure, nobody's in danger. But if you do have help, another thing that I've done good with is having another dog just off screen. Because my dogs ain't
Okay.
Mhm.
all. Everybody say you shouldn't have all your dogs to get along. All my dogs don't get along. Some of my dogs get along. If I bring out two alpha males, they're gonna be tension. There's gonna be tension between the two. Now I don't
But
fight
that's
my
gonna give
dogs.
you
I'm
your
not
best
recommending that.
pictures.
But I use it
Yep.
for the picture. Somebody will be holding the dog off screen, and you tripping on why my dog's pulling at the leash. His muscles is popping. His face is focused because he's in that serious moment, and I can capture that picture, put him back up. Of course, I don't ever let him engage or get nothing stupid like
Right,
that.
exactly,
I
exactly.
hate dog
Sure.
fighters. I don't advocate dog fighters. I don't advocate human aggressive dogs. I'm not trying to say none of that shit. I'm just saying that the dogs can help you get pictures of other dogs. And one thing that Brett does that I really like is he captures some really good moments of them dogs roughhousing. When it
Yeah,
almost
she
look like
does.
a fighting
Yeah.
picture, but if you know dogs, you're like, nah, they
Oh,
don't
that
fight.
must be you. Want to know? I don't even know who you're talking about, but I know I seen a picture like that of two dogs. They were showing teeth, damn near lunging at each other, and that was one of the dopest pictures I've ever seen.
It gets flat though because people are like, oh, you misrepresenting the breed, and that's that's to each his own on that. I like those kind of photos personally because I know that they're not attacking each other. And if you have Pics, they play rough. If you have American Bullies,
those are the people.
They play
But
rough.
those are the people who's looking at the picture just to have something negative to say. Because when I see shit like that, I'm like, this is dope. You feel me? The only way I'm ever gonna say, oh, he fights dogs is if I see you fighting dogs. But if I see two dogs, because those dogs could be playing. They big ass dogs.
90% of the time they are. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, they're big ass dogs.
Picture gets taken. That's what they do. Yeah, they play rough. My dogs play rough. Like if you didn't know my dogs, you seen them playing, you're like, damn. But they really just playing. That's all they doing. Because if not, they're gonna lock and be shaking. It's a whole different element that come in if they try to fight as a play opposed to just they mouth play. That's how they mouth is like their hands. Like
just like their hands. Exactly.
We throw hands, we slap box, right? They do that with their mouths. They mouth.
Yeah.
That's their hands. They pick up a ball with their mouth. That's their hand. You feel me? So when they're doing this, that's the same as us just, messing around. That's what they're doing.
Exactly.
So hey, Dre, question for you before we take any more questions, bro. You gonna join us with the rest of the series, right?
Hey man, I'm happy to be here, bro. I'll do it. I got no
problem. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. That'd be great. If we could do this, we're looking at probably 4, because just so everybody knows and so that today the focus was on pictures because that's where everybody starts at, trying to get that good picture. And hopefully we open up some minds to things that I never thought of and that and for me personally, this is something where I get to sit and I don't know nothing about it. You know what I mean? So listening to you two talk, it's a great opportunity to really get another idea and philosophy of how you're supposed to be going about this and the mentality that because it's a mentality. It's basically what you guys are saying. And so to me, that's dope. And then next week, we're definitely going to go into social media. It'll probably start with Facebook and how you need to think about things, how you need to be looking at things and, work things to your advantage. But at the same time, this week, after Rob and I talking, it was like, we have to start with pictures because this is where it's all at. You know what I mean? This is where it starts. Is that picture you took. Now you want to present it. Of course there's captions and things like that, but I think a lot of people don't really understand that a lot of that means something. Even with us, a lot of times I post King of Diamonds or Cardi Bull or you know what I mean, whatever, but not really understanding that.
Well, we have to talk about
something takes it even further.
Well, we have to talk about
branding. You keep put like if you feel like you're getting redundant, that means you're doing something right. Me and Marlon had this discussion, and at some point, I don't know how Marlon's feeling because he's been dealing with a lot of personal shit.
Yeah.
Loved ones around. I don't want to go into it, but shout out to Marlon, man. Much love to my guy. He dealing with a lot. Solid dude. That dude knows marketing and photos like nobody else. Shit too. Like we got to mention him. Like if we talking about it, he got to come up because he's a beast at it. Whether you love him or hate him, Hawk is mixed, whatever the fuck y'all gonna say. Marlon does his damn thing. Fuck y'all. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you like this. Me and him had a conversation, and during that conversation, one of the things we noticed in consistently being able to put dogs out that eventually people know their name, you got to be redundant. Once, twice a week, post that same fucking dog. I don't care if it's damn near the same pose, but slightly different. You got to keep that content in their face consistently for brand recognition.
Yeah, because think about it.
Do commercials.
Because think about it, in our dog community, think about it, bro. You didn't see 50 million pictures of Dax, Corrupt, Savage, or G2. You've seen the same 1 or 2 pictures of these dogs forever.
Same with Rock initially, bro. I took one picture from Rock, and I posted that bitch so much that everybody knew that picture and started duplicating that picture where he's standing up on my cousin. You feel me? Like, and everybody started duplicating that picture. I got to the point people were like, you got a different picture? Like, but I knew I hit my goal once they were saying that because they know that picture. They won't be
because think about it.
They didn't know it.
Think about it, Dre. Why you think they call it the $1 million shot? Not the $1 million shots. It's the $1 million shot. Like that shot that like that shot that Marlon got with the Hawk, and he's kind of standing over him and shit like that, bro. Yeah. That shot will live forever. You feel me? He don't got no shirt on.
I'm thinking more along the lines,
man. Legendary pictures.
I'm thinking more along the lines of, okay, I posted this picture 3 times, so now it's time to move on and get a new picture. Well, y'all saying once you got a good picture, you got a good picture. You run with it.
If that
Now you try
picture
to
is
get
not,
more of
if that,
those. You want to catch more
More
of
of
those.
those,
My bad, I
exactly.
mean to cut
yeah,
you off. But you always, hey, I will still post that picture of my boy right now. I don't give a shit. Like that picture is that picture. Now, do I have other pictures of him? Yeah. But I know certain ones are going to get a better response. And you can look at your engagement on that picture and know. If you don't know by anything else, look at your engagement. Look at the comments. Look at the likes. Look at the reposts. And if you see that picture is going him, you know that's one of them ones you're going to circle back to.
yeah,
It don't
uh-huh.
get too old. You want to keep that.
And I ain't gonna lie for content, bro. I ain't gonna lie to blow my shit up. If I see a picture, I know this shit finna blow up. If it was only posted 30 minutes ago, I'm jacking it and then I'm posting it. I'm gonna show love and everything. But I know that picture. You have to be able to see. You got to see photography. You got to see this shit. You feel me? Like right now, Daryl, if you walked outside right now and you just pointed your camera around, I could tell you exactly how to set up your camera to get you a good shot right now. This is something you have to be able to do with your eyes closed.
Got you. And that starts with you
It's
just getting
it's
out there and
repetitive.
doing it. Got you. Got you. You just got to get out there and
All right,
do it.
so Daryl, we got to get ready to end this, bro. I
Yeah,
ain't
we're
trying to
gonna go
escape,
ahead
but at
and
least let's take some questions and shit real quick so we can get off of here.
let's see.
Okay.
We got he's only put in
Cause we got to keep this to an hour, bro.
Yeah,
we
I done
already
missed a
just
couple
over it.
calls, but hey, it's worth it, man. It's good chopping it up
Yeah, it
with
is.
y'all, and we helping out some people.
The
Hopefully, getting some game out.
Yeah, no, I think it's a lot to be learned from this. So if you got questions, I think hasn't been too many posts. I'm gonna jump to some of the other sites where we posted and see. Christopher said, "How many places are y'all posting? Just on your page or in groups too?"
It's just on our page. But next time, what I'll do is I'll take it and I'll share it to my group, so we'll have two groups, and that way you'll have two different audiences. You know.
There we go.
Oh, I thought he was talking about where we sharing the pictures.
Yeah, that's what that's what he's talking about. Is but
what
Andre says definitely.
I'm still gonna share it to my group next time.
Yeah, that'll be great. And but Christopher is saying, how many places are y'all once your pictures are done, you got it all done, you're ready to go?
Everywhere. I'm sharing it to Facebook. I'm sharing it to every group I can on Facebook and on my personal page and on my business page.
There you go.
Then
go ahead,
my guy.
My bad. Well,
I'm gonna
give y'all some.
I'm gonna go to IG, and when I got enough pictures, I'm gonna compile them into a YouTube video and put them there too.
Look, y'all can go download. It's a free software. It's called IFTT. If then that. You feel me? That's what it's called. So basically, you're putting in the software. Yeah. So basically, you're putting in the software saying, if I make a post on Facebook, then it's gonna share it here and there and there and there. So you can actually set that up to share it wherever you guys want. Now, me on the other hand, I just built my own damn software. So I make a post on my page and then that shit just shares wherever I want it to. And then the software automatically goes back and bumps that post to the top of groups all day. So
I tried that. I'm about to check that out because I still manually do it. But when I tried the different software, it would do it. And it just wasn't, it was like something automated about it that kind of.
Well, see, the sharing thing. Yeah, I get that. But see, the most important part about the software that I built wasn't even the sharing feature. It's the bump post feature. That shit goes back to those groups and bumps them posts back to the top of the group all day.
Got you.
You feel me?
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I think we gave up a lot of information. I think y'all said a lot. I thank y'all for jumping on here and doing this. And I think a lot of people benefit. We had pretty much good amount of people on it, but I already know most of the people come afterwards and view it. So these posts are going to remain up. We're not going to delete them or anything like that. You guys will be able to recheck it out. I know I rarely go back through stuff, but this is one I definitely need to go back through. Kind of take some notes because it was some things you guys said that I really need to get the philosophy on and the understanding and mentality that you guys are saying is required for it. And I think that's what a lot of this is about. Plus you guys are throwing in the details. Rob, is there anything you wanted to summarize or set up on this? And then Andre, you go after him.
Well, next week, I think since we did every week, I think I'm going to give something away after this. So basically what I'm going to give away next week for you guys that are tuning in is I'm going to take all of the tutorials that I actually bought and paid for that made me the photographer that I am. And I'm going to put them all on a jump drive and we're going to give that away to somebody next week.
Okay, cool. So we're
And
gonna have to
we're
figure
talking
out
about
how we're gonna.
$3,000 or more worth of
Okay.
tutorials here.
So we're gonna figure out how we
That's big.
select that person. That's dope. That's dope. And then Andre, anything you want to say?
Yeah, he giving away.
Well, because you want to know something, Dre. The reason I'm doing that is because a lot of the people that are on here watching, some of these people are some of my supporters too, and have been supporting me for years.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
You feel me? So don't get me wrong. I mean, I hate to say it, but no, I ain't gonna say it. But y'all just tune in next week.
So tune in.
You
We'll be
feel
back.
me?
We'll be back here next Friday, 6 p.m. We're gonna focus more on Facebook, how that works when it comes to, like people were asking the best time to post and things like that, and how these fellas was both telling you it depends on what Facebook is telling you. So we're gonna get into that.
Well,
You know what I mean?
and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, even though Daryl just said that's gonna be the topic, y'all don't listen to Daryl. We'll figure out the topic later of what we should talk about next, because right now, like I said, I mean we talk about the pictures, but now we have to talk about the distribution of content, how to put the content together before we can even get into what
There you
site to
go.
post it on, because
Right.
these posts are different from every site you go to. The content posts are completely different.
See, that sounds like my kids. You can post that on Facebook, but don't post that on
Yeah.
Instagram. Exactly. I got you. So we're going to jump into that. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Rob McCormick, check him out. Check out his page. I want to thank you for joining in. Andre, big time. Thanks for joining in, dude, because that came out of nowhere. So I really
For sure.
appreciate that.
Nice to meet you. And nice to meet
Hey,
you
nice
too,
to meet you
Andre.
too, bro.
Yeah,
Nice
so
to
this
meet
is
you.
Andre from
definitely put out some real
BGK.
shit, man.
Again, I
McCormick from
appreciate you joining
KTK Bullies Elite.
and
Y'all make
McCormick
sure
from
y'all check that
KTK
shit out.
Bully. All right, and we
That's what's
are
up.
out. Thanks, fellas.
Peace.